This is how do I plan and schedule our year-round homeschool. It's a collaboration hosted by Valerie at our homeschool castle. I'll link Valerie's channel below. I collaborated with her a couple of weeks ago. She's a homeschool mum to special needs children. She used to be a costume designer. She's got a lovely vintage style about her. She does sewing and upcycling. She's very interesting. So I'll link her channel below. But when I get the playlist, I'll have a link that in the description box of the comments, depending on that. Anyway, I'm part of a group now on Facebook which lists, collaborations for homeschool channels. And I was going through them, and there were loads I couldn't do because they were all about curriculum. I don't follow a curriculum. And then I saw this one, and all I saw was year-round homeschool. Sorry, I keep sniffing. Pollen's really high today. And I thought, oh, I could do that because we're year-round homeschoolers. But then I clicked on it, and it said how I plan and schedule our year-round homeschool. And in the description, it said something about, do you use a loop schedule? I don't know what a loop schedule is. So I thought, I can't do that then. And then I thought, well, no. Someone needs to represent the mums that don't do that. Because I imagine when you're looking into homeschool and you're looking on, you know, YouTube blogs, whatever, for ideas and inspiration, if they're all uber organised and uber scheduled, and it can be a bit intimidating. So I don't plan, I don't schedule. The seasons and life puts into like a natural rhythm. Like obviously in winter we can't go out much, so we naturally end up doing more sit down traditional schoolwork, more things like Lego and construction, more art, things like that. And then in the brighter months we naturally go outside more, nature, meeting friends, socialising, going down the allotment, doing gardening, biology of the earth, things like that. So that's where the seasons put us in a natural rhythm. And life puts us in a natural rhythm. Like we always see my mum on a certain day of the week. Before COVID shut all the clubs, we used to have clubs on certain days of the week. Church Sunday. My husband works nights, so we have to be back at a certain time in the afternoon to wake him up. So naturally we fell into a rhythm. If we're going out, it's going to be in the morning, and then we do whatever needs to be doing when we come back in the afternoon, things like that. Also, there are certain things that happen in the year which I know are coming up, which I will prepare for, like, you know, Easter, Christmas, St George's Day, St Patrick's Day, Chinese New Year, kids' birthdays, things like that. But in general, I don't schedule and I don't plan, and I'll tell you why. I always insist on reading spelling, maths, you know, core subjects like that. But I find that the kids, point of interest is at its highest when they ask about something. I don't know what they're going to ask about. Like my mum, I think my mum called it butterfly minds. Like the other day we was down the allotment and they started asking randomly, because we was digging randomly about you know, the princes in the tower during the War of the Roses. What happened to them? Do we think it was King Richard III that killed them, or do we think it was Henry VII's mother, Margaret Beaufort, who killed them, or somebody else, or did one of them get away? And I answered the question, and I tell it like a story, like a storytelling technique when I'm talking about history, because it keeps them more interested. And then they was asking why Henry VIII was so obsessed with getting a son, and I said, you know, about gender attitudes then. And then I also said that the two previous, apart from Queen Boudica, going right back, the two other times a woman had tried to rule England, it had nearly ended in war, civil war. The people wouldn't accept it. So, but after all that worrying Henry VIII did about needing a son, it was his second daughter, Queen Elizabeth I, who ruled successfully for a very long time. And I told him like a story, and then we got home and they were still on it. So we got out this like timeline of kings and queens I've got and really went into it. And then the next day they was on something else entirely. But if I'd have thought, oh, War at Roses, they're into War at Roses, and planned like an 8-week topic, I think in America they call it a unit study, an 8-week, a really intensive topic, and then their point of interest just went like that, I'm the kind of person, if I say I'm going to do something, I like to do it. So I'd have been like, right, we need to finish it, we need to finish it, we need to finish it. And they wouldn't have been interested, and they wouldn't have learned, it would have been a waste of time. I'd have got frustrated, or if we'd have abandoned it, I'd have got frustrated because I put all this effort into this topic, this unit study, and we're not going to use it. Whereas they're picking up snippets of information all the time, and it's falling into place in a timeline in their heads, because I can see it happening with while they're interested in it. Very child-led. It's like I say, the other day there was on about War of Roses, and then there was on about Henry VIII. Yesterday there was on about how travellers and gypsies were treated in Europe during World War II because of the Nazis, and we went into that. Today it'll be something else entirely. So there's no point in me planning. If there's something really specific I want them to learn, like last year it was last year it was a big anniversary for VE Day. So I was like, right, nothing too heavy. We're going to read a World War II book. We're going to talk about World War II. We've got a couple of World War II workbooks, and we did that. But unless it's something specific like that, I'm just going to let them lead me, and I'll just facilitate as I go along. So that's what I don't plan, because it's just not going to work with our family and the way we are. Sorry it's a quick one, but that's all I wanted to say really. And we're going, I don't know why I'm holding my son's box of shorts. We randomly found them on the floor. I think they're clean. I hope they're clean, touching them. We're going to meet a homeschool friend this morning, and they've not seen him for over a year because of COVID. They're really excited, and I was only meant to film this quick, and the first time I tried to film this, halfway through I had a god almighty sneeze because of pollen's eye, and I was like, can't really put that on YouTube. So if you're new here, please subscribe for homeschool and family vlogs. If you're not new here, how everybody else plans and schedules will be on the playlist. There might be a couple more in the playlist like me who have thought I don't really plan a schedule, I'm going to do it anyway. But there might be people, because I know some people like a routine and a plan and a schedule, especially if they've got a child that doesn't like breaking from schedule or routine. So if you're looking for tips like that, I would check out the other videos. I'm probably going to look at the other videos for ideas as well. I might not do them, but it'll be interesting to watch. You know, like when you're watching a cooking show and they're cooking something really posh and you're like, oh yeah, that's really interesting, I could do that. You know full well you're not going to do it, but you still enjoy watching it. Anyway, I'll see you next time with a brand new video. Bye bye.